Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Max Haddad, and I am also a little bit incredulous as to the fact it's been almost a year since this channel started, and that's crazy. I think that I'm not going to talk about it too much because it's not what today's video was about, but I wanted to say thank you for all of you who watched one video, who watched all the videos, who subscribed, who left positive comments, who left negative comments, helping me to improve or helping me learn who to not listen to. All of you, the haters and the players. What? So I'm nervous today. I guess I realized last night that I'm not as unlost as I thought I was. I'm still feeling a little like, I guess I'm wondering, am I moving in the right directions? And I think I'm just going to have to accept that it's just a part of living, just of having this lovely human experience, is that a lot of times you're just going to be like, well, I guess I'll just do this. I don't know if it's right. I'm pretty sure it's not wrong, so I'll just move in this direction. A lot of you said when I talked about this before in the comments that, yeah, nobody knows what they're doing. And I think, I mean, that has always seemed true to me. Like, all you have to do is drive in a car and watch the people around you who are making a right turn from the left turn lane, like crazy shit like that. But I guess I never really thought about it when it came to just the minutia of walking through life. And this was spurred, like, this realization that I'm still feeling a little lost because of something that I had to have mentioned in yesterday's video about, hey, little secret, I actually don't know if I had to have mentioned it or not. When I post a video, I almost forget everything that I said in it. I don't know why that happens. It's just what happens when I post a video. I don't think I'm dumb or forgetful, but it's just a weird thing. So I'm sorry if I didn't bring this up in the last video. Does this even look like I'm telling a secret? Sort of. Okay, so back to the regular me. So I may not even have this job. I have this job. It's been offered to me. I have a start date. I know the minute that I'm supposed to clock in and begin this work, and have even been sent a certificate to get a pair of work shoes, which I have ordered. They should be delivered tomorrow. And so there are some details that are different from other jobs that I've had since prison, but there's a lot of similarities, which is the background check is still out. Most of you, probably all of you, at least have some vague notion of the difficulties that felons face, really just people with a criminal record at all face, after being criminally punished, finding a job. And so this is like the fourth job where I've gone through this process, and this one seems more promising as far as actually starting, but in every other case, I've literally been hired, told congratulations, you have the job, and then like, I'm not gonna say fired, but just told via text sometimes, but email, never mind, oopsies, we didn't realize you're a bad boy. So, and I'm always forthcoming with it. I'm not ashamed of my criminal record. But I do think it's important that when people who don't know me hear about it, especially if they're a potential employer, that they see it in the right light. Not a manipulation, really, not like a lie. I'm not trying to act like, oh, the state wronged me, I didn't do nothing. It's not like that. I tell them that I messed up and I hurt people, not physically, but emotionally. I don't pretend like I didn't hurt people. I don't just say, well, I didn't have a weapon, I didn't hurt anyone. Those people got hurt. They were scared. Whether they got hurt as much as they said, so the prosecution's case was really strong or not, I don't know. I can only guess. But that's not what I tell the employer. I say I hurt people, but my life is vastly different than it was when I was hired. When I was hired, hello? It's changed from 3 days ago. I'm a better person now. My life is vastly different from when I committed the crime. And I've been sober since, But oftentimes I think the person making the decision that a felon like myself cannot be hired, they don't get that information. You know, I talk to the interviewer and let them know this stuff up front. I present as much as they're willing to listen to. You know, often they're just like, they're like weirded out. It's like awkward for them, and they're like, whoa, well, just you know, just talk. It should be fine. They don't, I don't know if it just, they're not scared of me or whatever. I'm not scary, I don't think, but they just, it's too intimate, I think, for like this first interaction, you know, interviewer, interviewee. They don't want these details. So they want to know, you know, like, what's your birth date? What's your social? What's your whatever, you know, are you a legal citizen? They don't want to get into like how you feel about rainbows and stuff, or your, you know, background, criminal background. So the people that, you know, are higher up and they just nix someone's application don't get this information. And they're probably not interested in it. You know, if it's a corporate office or whatever, you know, like a business that has corporate making these choices, there's a policy in place. And in order to streamline the hiring process, they're not going to be subjective. They're just, these are a couple of black and white rules. And if you have broken any of these rules or whatever, you blah, 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 you just don't work here, you know? And I think that makes sense for a lot of things. Violent crimes, particularly recent violent crimes, sexual crimes, crimes having to do with kids, stuff like that, where it's just, you know, like, hey, you know, like, good luck. But that's some shit that you did. So after a certain period of time, I think anybody deserves a second chance, but I can understand if it's really recent, that there would be a list of things that you can't have done and work at this place. But I'm me, so I'm biased, and I think my story's different. And I wish that people would hear me out. And I'm afraid that in this job that I'm supposed to start within 28 hours, they're going to send me an email and say, sorry, never mind. They have not. They're supposed to send me an email confirming everything. They haven't done that. They're also supposed to send me a training video that I have to watch, that I get paid for, and I haven't done that. And the last person I spoke to there yesterday, you know, like via whatever the chat bot, told me that my background check is still being reviewed and that I'll hear from them shortly. And I'm gonna feel like it's gonna feel like a punch in the gut if I don't get the job. Not because it's the best job in the world, not because I'm even particularly excited about this specific job, but because I know it would be good for me. I know it would really be good for the channel. It would be good for, I said it in the other video, I'm not gonna repeat myself too much, everybody in my life. But more than anybody, it'd be good for me in a lot of different ways. And financial is probably one of the smallest ways it would be beneficial, to be honest. Social anxiety on top of that, like not just learning how to talk to people again, but learning how to be comfortable in a group full of people. It's been a long time since I've done that. Not in work release or jail or prison. Yeah, I literally have not hung out with a group of people for, I don't know, but it's been years. And so I know work isn't hanging out, but you get the point, I think. So I told you I'd keep you updated. So I guess this is what, you know, that's what this is. So thank you for, you know, all the support in this. I do continue to feel a little silly and a little dumb, I guess. Like, this is a really good problem to have, I guess. You know, I don't know. Why do I have to talk about this? Everybody gets jobs. Everybody works. You have to. You either go off the grid, which is difficult to do in 2021, just even like with property law. I'm not even talking about cell phones and internet, but you either go off the grid and live off the land, or you get a job. So most people get a job. A huge majority of people get a job. Some people can't. And I'm not one of those people either, even though it's been a struggle to get a job. So I don't feel good making this a big deal, but it is to me. So there. You know, I can pretend that it's not. I can try to like shove it down, but it's just scary. And, you know, I said a long time ago, I do not like it when people say, well, there's people over there suffering worse than you, so you shouldn't feel bad. That's just someone saying you should feel guilty for how you feel because other people have it worse. That is fucking awful advice. So, you know, I know that I don't necessarily need to feel guilty about it, but I feel an awful lot of things that I don't necessarily need to feel, but I do, and that's just who Max is. Just like you guys are probably exactly the same way. I'm not unique. I may have a unique combination of, you know, a snowflake variety of emotions that are unnecessary, and you've got your own snowflake and whatever, but, you know, this is just how it is. I'm going to feel bad about it, but it doesn't mean I shouldn't talk about it. So, take care of yourselves. Within the next 24-ish hours, I will know. That actually might not even be true. But I'm not going to let this go on and on. That's for sure. I think I deserve an answer. Like, you told me I'm starting on this day. I'm not going to wait until the middle of November because, what, I got lost in the shuffle or something? I'm a human. I'm a human being. And I don't need to sit here. I could move on and do something else. I could, you know, whatever. A large part of me just wants to really apply myself to giving music lessons because that would feel better, I think. It'd just be harder. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon. I'm about to go hang out with my dad, which will be really fun. I'm excited for it. Yes. Have a good day. Bye.